Okay,
Start.
sure. So I'll start. So again, my name is Anne Marie Abdo. I'm the Director of Human Resources, and I'm here with Evelyn Vera, who's the HR generalist here. So we are part of Catania Oils. We're located in Air, and we're a fourth generation family owned company, packager and processor of different types of edible cooking oil. So chances are the oil that you currently use or buy is probably packaged here at Catania Oil. Most of our customers are East Coast, although we do sell all through the United States. Um, so we have several manufacturing jobs, and sometimes when you think of manufacturing, you're thinking maybe old school machinery. We have very modern machinery here. We have, some machinery that's automated. And so it's very interesting if you wanted to have a career in manufacturing that you don't have to just work maybe on the machines. We also have warehouse positions. So they're operating the forklifts. We have a team that handles incoming and outgoing oil. So they're dealing with the rail cars. So any railroad enthusiast, it's very interesting because the rail cars go right in the back of our building. We have a team that has to climb up on them and has to take the oil out and bring it to our lab. We also have chemists here. We have quality technicians that are doing testing. And then, so that's the operations departments, but then there's also finance. We have marketing, we have sales, wide range of careers that you could potentially have in manufacturing. So, and manufacturing is growing. So most of the manufacturers in Massachusetts, and Anthony, I'm sure you run into this. We're all hiring. We're hiring a lot of individuals, which is excellent for the economy. So, and Evelyn can maybe explain of some of the positions that we have currently open. Anybody who comes aboard, you do, because it's manufacturing, you do have to be 18. But we have some people that have come, just right after high school and are learning. Because we just recently required a training grant also that is helping with some of the positions that we have here. So do you want to just walk through some of the openings?
So what we have right now is second and third shift machine operators. So the machine operators, they're going to receive a work order, and the work order is going to say what kind of product, was the size of the barrel, and all the information the machine operator needs to put in the system. And after that, has to make sure what is in the work order is running at that time. So the hours for second shift, they are 3 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. We work Monday through Friday. And for third shift is 11 p.m. to 7:30 a.m.
Yeah, so I mean, some of you might be questioning why you'd want to choose a manufacturing career, and especially a family-owned company. So there's a lot larger companies than Catania. And for some, that's the route that they choose, is a big company. But when you work for a family-owned company, everyone knows each other. So it's very personal experience. We have the owners of the facility. It's the Basile family that are the owners, and they walk through the facility. They talk to employees. They know employees by name. We also do a lot of things to help out the families and help out the employees and their families. So we've offered during the COVID period, we had meals that employees took home to their families to help out. We gave out some gift certificates. We're going into our holiday season, and normally we do a big turkey fry, and we all sit down as a family and have turkey. But because of COVID this year, we can't do that. But we are offering something to our employees to take home to their families, as well as a gift certificate that they can purchase a turkey with. We also do several events throughout the year. We do a big golfing event as part of the Jimmy Fund. So that, of course, was canceled because of COVID, but so those are some of the things that we get involved in. We're members of and contribute to Loaves and Fishes, which is the food pantry in Devon's. So we'll do a lot of events of that nature that our employees can participate in, as well as having the community benefit. Do you have any questions that you might have for us?
Yeah, I have some questions, but I want to turn it over. For those people who are joining us from the high school, does any of the students have any questions or anything that they would want to know a little bit more about either manufacturing or Catania Oils specifically with these opportunities that they just spoke of?
So one of my students is interested in learning more about like different like pay options, like what's the average income for a starting out employee at the facility?
So if you were going to go into one of the machine operating positions, it is an hourly wage, and we pay anywhere from 16 to 18, depending on the shift. But you can definitely work your way into higher level positions as you learn more and master the equipment. That's how you increase your level of responsibility, and that increases the pay range. We've had some people that started as operators and then worked themselves into different positions. And if Evelyn doesn't mind, I'd like her to just talk about her experience when she first came here. Evelyn's originally from Ecuador and came to Massachusetts. So worked in manufacturing and then has now into a office position where she's the HR generalist. So if you want to just do like a little recap of your story, and then they can, so you're going to talk kind of loud.
So I started as a machine operator long time ago. And I worked maybe like for 2-3 years working as a machine operator. And after that, I had the opportunity to go as customer service. And I worked for customer service for a few years. And now I'm in HR. So, and I have all that experience starting from, and also when I came here to the United States, I was not speaking any English. And, I was learning every year, and now I'm here.
Yeah, so if you're open to learning, the people that are successful here are the people that don't say, it's not my job. They want to learn what they can. They want to do more responsibility. And that's how you're thought of very highly. And in any career that you go into, that's how you would succeed. If you're not afraid to learn and not just say, not just think of the job as just something you go to, just really engage yourself in the atmosphere, what you can learn from it, and you never know where it's going to end up. And just the relationships that you have along the way. Evelyn and I worked at a different company, and then when I came, I brought Evelyn over because of her positive attitude. So that's the one suggestion I can say. If I had to go back and think of being in high school, I wish somebody gave me that advice, that just don't, even if you don't like your job, you can learn so much from it. And then find a job that you really want to get into, and do whatever you can to get into that job. So that might be speaking to people, finding out their background, how they got into it. If there's some education, don't be afraid to find a way to go get your education, whether it be college or whether it be just doing online classes. There's always a way to make it work.
And you guys said you were located in Devon's, Massachusetts?
We're actually in Air, so Devon's is
Air,
not
okay.
too far from us. So we're conveniently located right off of Route, not too far from Route 2 and not too far from 495. So a lot of our population comes from the Leominster, Pittsburgh area, and then the Lowell Lawrence area. That's the population that we usually have here.
And how many shifts do you guys have?
We have 3 shifts of employees right now. And we work Monday through Friday, and it's an 8.5-hour shift, and then you get a half-hour meal break. You know, you do work, we try to do fun things also. The employees here have a lot of good, have met a lot of other employees that now are their good friends. So it makes it a good environment. We do what's called an engagement survey. So basically an engagement survey is just measuring how happy your employees are to work somewhere. And we do that every quarter. And right now we're at an 81% percentage of employee engagement. So employees that we have here, they're trying, they don't want to leave, even if they could find a higher paid job, because of the atmosphere, because it's a family-owned company, and because they've seen what the company can do in terms of growing and investing in their employees.
Those are some very great questions. You know, thank you for your students engaging and asking those. Are there any more questions?
So we do have a video too. If you get a chance to go on our website, which is www. Oils, and if you pull up the career section, we have a website. I'm sorry, a video where our owners are actually talking about the company, and we have some employees that are actually interviewed and asking them what it's like to work at Catania.
How about this? How about I ask a question, and as you guys are answering that, I'll pull up that video and then I'll do a screen share afterwards.
Okay, that'd be great.
Good stuff. So I've been to your facility, I think several times, and it's a great place to walk into and to see the whole process. And as you mentioned before, some of the different jobs that are available, some of the words that came to mind, it's a whole ecosystem. It's not just a job, but it's a symphony of different jobs all working together to get the supplies in to process the actual product and to put it out. And also thank you for sharing the story how you were able to move up in the company. Could you talk about for some of the students who still, we might have a ill perception of manufacturing, of it being dirty. Can you talk a little bit about your facility? You make food quality oil, and oil is in almost all of the food that we consume. Can you talk a little bit about some of the how serious you guys are taking, the cleanliness of your products, and even earlier you mentioned you even employ chemists as a part of your procedures. Can you talk about that range of employees that you hire?
Sure. So first of all, anyone who sells food or makes food, you have to abide by the food guidelines. And a lot of the vendors won't, or a lot of our customers won't be customers unless we meet a certain criteria in terms of cleanliness. And so one of the things that we have here at the food company is something called Safe Quality Foods, which is a designation that food companies have to go through a certain audit process. It's a two-day audit that you have to go through, and you have to get a certain percentage in order for you to sell to customers. So some of our customers are very well-known names that I'm sure you know, but Gordon's Fishery is a customer, the Cape Cod potato chips, the Utz potato chips. Most of the bakeries are customers. We also make the vinegar packages for Subway. So I'm sure you guys all know Subway. But so those customers won't deal with us unless we get a certain criteria percentage. So we had our audit. We go through an audit every May, and we got 100%. So they said that there's very few companies that get 100% on their audit. They audited everything, how we do our processes, training, employees, making sure employees are dressed appropriately, and just the cleanliness of the plant itself. So again, we don't make any of the oil here, so it's bought, we purchase it from refineries. It's purchased as a commodity on the Chicago Stock Exchange. And the owners are the actual ones that purchase the oil. And so we have to get the oil here and then unload it, package it. We mix it with some other blends if the customer has requested that.
Thank you. Also, a big part of your production process is your automation. I was watching just how fast some of your machines are moving. For some of the people who might be more mechanically inclined, do you guys have like, what would the maintenance positions would be, or some of the people who would like help build or help fix some of your robotics that you have?
Yeah, so our basically we do have somebody that does PLC programming. So anyone that's interested in a computer mechanical type field, if that's an interest, PLC programmers are in high demand. Any mechanical positions are in very high demand, and the demand for that position is only going to grow going forward. A lot of the companies are doing robotics. We do have some automation, but we're not quite where we have a lot of robotics right now. We don't know what the future is going to bring for us because we are in an expansion phase. So just to describe one piece of equipment that we do have here is we do have what's called a blow molder. So we basically take a small piece of plastic called a preform, and it goes into the machine, and the machine actually makes bottles for one of our lines. So let me see if I don't know if they can see this, but this is a bottle that we actually made here. So it's made from a very small piece of plastic that goes through a machine, and it's called a blow molder. We're actually getting 2 more blow molders in this year. So we're definitely in an expansion mode. I don't know if you can see the back too. I tried to put it so that there's some of our products here. Any of these products right now that you could find in Market Basket, because that is a big customer of ours. But yeah, so definitely encourage anyone who's thinking technically, check out some type of programming for, they call it PLC programming. It's a very in-demand position, and the salaries are paying salaries very high in that field.
Thank you very much. I think I found the video. I'm going to do a screen share. Please, give me a thumbs up if it's the right video or if you can hear it correctly. So let's see if this works. It's about 5 minutes, and all right. Can you hear it?
It's playing, but I can't hear it.
Ah, okay. Let me do a stop share and try it one more time. If it doesn't work, then I will email out this, or even pull up the address on the screen, and you guys can check it out afterwards. See if I can do it one more time. Hold on. Sorry. All right. Try one more time.
Yeah.
No.
No, I can't hear.
Oh, well, anyways, for those people who are watching, can engage with this, it's right there. You can YouTube search Catania Oils, a true family business, and it's about 5 minutes long. I have watched it. You guys, actually, it was just produced, I believe, in August, so it's still relatively new, and has good interviews, and it gives a good layout of the plant. And once again, when I went there was a lot of intriguing things, a lot of great opportunities, and a lot of room for growth. It's not something you just go and it's just one option. But I know personally, in my own circle, people who've been there for a very long time, and they've been in several different positions. And as you were saying, that people who go, they like to stay. You guys have an over 80% engagement rate, and that speaks volumes. I do know that lots of people, especially some young people looking into careers, they want to have a purposeful, meaningful career. They want to feel like they're contributing. And I will say that food production is something that's critical. It's needed, and it does contribute to society. And so, you guys have played a big role. Even during COVID, you guys didn't stop, because we still
Right.
had food needs, and so you guys rose up and met the needs of the people who still need to consume things. I'm a consumer. I plan on consuming more later in the future, and so that's. And if we're going to advance and progress as a civilization, we need good minds, and to be able to make good products that are sustainable. And you guys make something that does that.
Yeah, just that while you said that, it reminded me during the COVID period, we are a essential employer, so we could not shut down because we're supplying the product for a lot of other food companies. So we had to keep making sure the oil went out. But other companies were furloughing and having layoffs. We never did, and that was one thing that we were very appreciative of.
Say that again, because that's lots of companies were doing that. You guys, the whole time, you never furloughed, laid off. You guys were trying to hire more people during this time.
Correct, right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's job security. For those people who are tuned in, that's some job security. So.
Right, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful stuff. If there are no more questions,
we're just curious about your plastic production and whether or not you ever use recycled materials.
You don't want to leave all your questions going, right?
So some of the material that we get is already recycled before it comes to our facility. We do also keep track of the bottles that can be reused, and we do have a facility that comes and picks them up, and they do reuse them in recycling. So yeah, the answer is yeah.
That was a good question. I do know that we have in our region, we have several manufacturing producers, and they do sell some of their plastics out to many other food packaging providers in this region. And so there's a lot of overlap that people do use a lot of recycled plastics, and I'm guaranteed that down at Catania's they're probably using some stuff that's been made either through recycled from around here or from farther away. But good questions. I
do have a question for the high school students. What are some things that are important to them in their next, in their, if they were going to go work after high school, what are some of the things that would be important to them?
So one response was liking what I do.
Okay.
Would be important to us.
Mm-hmm.
Any other things, guys, that you can think of that's important for you after high school for career and jobs? I know in the past they've also shared being able to support themselves off of that job and the family.
Yep. Okay.
So those are very good things. So to kind of, so on my end, to give a response, when I was in high school, I making certain choices of what I wanted to do. I remember, our guidance counselors would kind of look down at people who would go into manufacturing. Now, when you look at it, manufacturing is a good career. There's if you just look at some stats, 1 of every 4 jobs in central Massachusetts is involved in the ecosystem of manufacturing. The average pay is higher than people in other sectors. It's huge. It's broad. In manufacturing, there are people. We need research and developers. We need marketers. We need designers. We need actual people to produce the products. We need people to be a part of the supply chain process. And people like our 2 HR reps from right now. We need people in the offices as well, doing payroll, doing hiring. There, it's a whole huge ecosystem, and so it's so broad and it's so diverse in this area. Massachusetts, we have always led our country's revolutions, and we're continuing to lead in the fourth industrial revolution. And companies like Catania are key players in this process. So for you students who are thinking, might be a good, a great option if you're able to get out into this area to see or even fill a position at this company. If there are no more questions, I just have one question for you at Catania. What would be your golden nugget? What would be one thing that if you can leave, say, hey, I want you to consider this, or ask a question or make a statement. What would be a golden nugget that you would want the participants to know either about your company or manufacturing?
Well, I guess I don't know. I guess I'll answer that in two different ways. Manufacturing in general, not just saying Catania. I believe, people should look into it more. I mean, typically at one time, manufacturing jobs were going overseas, but that's all changed. And there's a tremendous amount of satisfying career that somebody could have in manufacturing. So not to rule that out as a career choice. But why you want to work for Catania is because it's more of a cohesive team where we know each other, we work well together, and you get more personalized, for lack of a better word, I want to say treatment as an employee. You're held in high regards here. We do things for the employees and their families.
Awesome.
So that's what Emery said. That is the most important thing. I think everyone is looking for, especially the environment. It's a family environment. So when you come here, you feel welcome. So you feel like also you have a lot of opportunities here. So this is the place to be working.
And for those people who are interested, how would they contact you? How would they either, apply or email you? What would be the process for that?
So we have some positions on our website now, so they can go right to the website. And again, it's the Catania Oils /careers, and you can actually apply right through there. We also do list a lot of our positions right on Indeed. So yeah, if you went to the little, the 3 bars there, and that's where the career site would be. Yep.
See if I can find, sorry, I gotta move my little thing around. All right, so careers.
Yep. And it tells a little bit, and there's the video too.
There's the video. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, and this is all of your benefits, health insurance, dental, good stuff. I know when I was young, I was not thinking about those things. I thought I would be invincible, but now that I'm slightly older, if I cough, then it means I've just pulled or broke a rib or something.
Yeah.
So this is good to have health insurance.
Yeah, one of the best benefits we do have is a 401k plan. So if those aren't familiar with a 401k plan, it's a way that you can set money aside pre-tax and it's invested. And the company does have a very lucrative match on that. So we will match 100% for the first 4 that you put in. The company's giving you that money, and that goes right into your 401k. And then if you do at least 6% of your own money into the plan, the company will match an additional 50% for the remaining 2. There's also profit sharing. So at the end of the year, the company's profitable, there's a profit sharing amount that would go right into the 401k plan. So that is a way to build up your money, and the company is very interested in investing in people so that they can retire. And that's one of the ways that the company feels very strongly that they want people to retire at a fairly young age, but not have to work if they don't want to. And 401k is the best way to do that.
Those benefits sound amazing, and those are things to definitely consider, you know, in the process of picking a job or picking a career. Those are definitely motivating factors. I will say this, as we're looking at the positions that you have posted right now in this section, so like a person who's not forklift operator certified, do you guys do trainings for that, or do they have to come in?
We will do training, yes.
Okay, so boom, they'd click on it, they kind of give the apply process.
Yep.
All right, seems pretty straightforward.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you. No,
Thank you.
appreciate the time that you took to come online and hear about us in Catania.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. And I'll be posting this up, and hopefully for other people to engage with this and to see. And once again, thank you so much, Catania Oils. We appreciate you. Appreciate it for all the things you've done, even sustaining us during this COVID season and being an active employer in our community. And thank you for all the people who've tuned in and watched. We appreciate you too. So
Thank you.
awesome. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye
Bye.
now.
Enjoy.